What advice do you wish that you had at the start of your career?
Yeah, excellent question. You see, I was lucky at the start of my career. My first boss, he also became my mentor and my good friend. Most of the people that I know of don't have that opportunity. They're not that lucky. So I'll try and give advice that will be useful for any people watching this video. So I think the advice is you need to seek mentorship. You need to work hard, learn to communicate clearly, and build a strong network. So let's expand on those a bit. So seeking mentors, it's extremely important to learn from others' experiences. It shortens the learning curve dramatically, but don't think of a mentor as just someone that HR can assign to you. Usually, these types of people are not the mentors that you're looking for. A true mentor is as much a friend as a guide, someone you trust to offer genuine advice, share hard-won lessons, and challenge you to grow. Finding the right mentor can be the most valuable investment that you can make early on. Sometimes a mentor finds you rather than the other way around. And the tricky part is in recognizing that person's potential role in your journey and being super proactive in engaging with them and grabbing this opportunity with both of your hands. Next, let's talk about the advice of working hard. A lot of times you hear advice to junior people, work hard, work smart, prioritize, make sure you're making an impact, and so on and so forth. I think the most important part is to work hard. When you're starting out, you know very little of a domain that you're entering. The only way to truly work smarter over time is by working harder first. Without many family obligations, early on, you can take advantage of the opportunity to dive super deep into your domain and learn a lot. Working hard will eventually teach you how to work smart, but this takes time. And of course, remember that even after years of experience, stepping into any new domain will require you to work hard first to gain a solid foundation, and only then you will be able to work smart, learn how to prioritize the most important things, what is the impactful work, and so on. Communication. Strong communication skills are as essential as technical expertise. You need to practice public speaking, presentation skills, and writing. Learn to present complex technical topics to non-technical audiences and business topics to technical audiences. The ability to convey ideas very clearly, engagingly, and having the right balance of detail is super valuable. And this is something that can set you apart professionally from your peers. And the last thing is to build a strong network. Relationships are extremely powerful. You need to invest time and be proactive in building connections both inside and outside of your field, of your domain, of your company. They open doors to new opportunities, they broaden your perspective, and a strong network can become a very valuable support system throughout your professional development. So like this is the major advice points of this.
Could you please share a pivotal moment in your career that has had a significant impact?
Yeah, you see, from my perspective, like what happened to me is, I think, is a bit unique compared to everyone else that is in the industry. I was like, I got the mentor first. So right now, when I look at the 20 years that passed, I think, yeah, it was a foundational moment to get this first mentor. But the rest is a lot of small pivotal moments that defined my professional development. So this is how I like to look at my career, as an assembly of pivotal moments, each serving its purpose along the way. Each experience, whether it's like a big success, challenging setback, played a role in shaping where I'm right now. And I was able to actually learn from all of that, because this is how I was like educated by my mentor. And of course, there was a moment that I realized the value of the mentor that I had. There was a moment where I understood the importance of working hard versus working smart. countless other smaller insights in communication, resilience, problem solving. Every project, every failure, every success, it contributes something unique to my development. So each moment has been like a stepping stone, pushing me like forward in the right direction, or sometimes in the wrong direction, but I was able to pivot into the right direction. So apart from having a mentor, no other like pivotal moment for sure stands alone. Instead, it's like a collection of experiences, each evolving with time that defined my path.
Currently or throughout your career, what strategies do you use to overcome challenges in your professional life?
Yeah, so challenges, it is a very huge word. There can be a lot of things, okay, that you can label as a challenge. And if you have to summarize, there is some tips and tricks I can give to people that can help and solve various things that they experience. So first, do not solve problems, eliminate them. Make sure that you constantly refresh the perspective. You get advice, you learn to say no, you delegate, you focus on impact, and the last but not least, you take breaks. So let's expand on what those mean. Some are very easy to understand, but I do want to focus on the first two. The first is do not solve problems, eliminate them. Often the best solution to a challenge that you're facing is to remove this challenge, remove this problem altogether, rather than solving this. And I'll give you like an example that anyone can relate to. So for instance, if you are, let's say, a technical person and you are asked to build some analytical dashboards, the traditional road that anyone would take is to gather the requirements and implement these dashboards as requested by business, by customers, and so on. This is what I call solving the problem. But consider instead building a functionality that lets users define and manage their dashboards instead. This approach avoids endless tweaks and future demands to change a color, to change a point here, a point there from your internal or external users. It empowers users and it eliminates recurring work of you maintaining these dashboards and so on. So this is a very simplified example, but this is what I call not solving the problem, but eliminating them. And in order for you to be able to come up with this way of solving the challenge, you need to constantly refresh the perspective. So ask yourself, is the challenge that you're facing is really a challenge? Sometimes stepping back from a problem allows you to see alternative solutions and realize it's not as critical or challenging as you thought. This is what I call out-of-body approach, right? Like a soul stepping out and looking at yourself
Like
and
from
the
the
surrounding
films.
area. Exactly. Ghost is a movie from the 19th. So this approach often reveals a simpler way to move forward or to eliminate the problem altogether. It helps you to get rid of what I call inside the technical space a tunnel vision. So you have a problem, you need to solve it. You have your tools, and you have like you're solving it. Okay, but by solving this, you're creating 50 other challenges. So next thing is to get advice, seeking out feedback from people you trust, a fresh perspective from someone with more experience or maybe completely different background can reveal options that you hadn't considered of how to solve this challenge and so on. You need to learn to say no. Sometimes the challenges that you experience is because you didn't say no to a lot of things that are coming your way. And being able to say no and focus on what is important will enable you to overcome all of those. If you're a manager, delegate. Okay? Preferably, I would say like 100% is if you're a manager, you have people that can do almost anything better than you do. And your major task is an ability to make a decision in an ambiguous situation. So don't be afraid to delegate responsibilities. Delegating lets you focus on high impact areas, having this high level view and figure out what's important. Focus on impact. As we previously discussed, if you work hard, you now know how to work smart. And now you have the knowledge to actually understand on what to focus to have the biggest impact. So not all challenges are created equal. Direct your efforts towards what moves the needle and always ask, how does it contribute to our goals as an organization, as a team, and so on. And last but not least, super important, is later in your career, when you have a family, you have kids, you have obligations and so on, take breaks, man. Okay? Productivity isn't about the constant work, 24/7 and so on. Taking breaks refreshes your mind, maintains energy level, and helps prevent burnout. So taking all of this into consideration, like this is how I address the challenges from 20 years of experience.